Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today, Leo, you guys got Hummingbird Spirit Be Here Now, number 34, making a 7. There's something going on right now, something very powerful for you guys. And I was like, I could feel it would be here now. There's like decisions you're making or the shit that you're doing right now that's very important to the future. And that's what they wanted you to know, Leo. But I wanted to know more. So you guys got the coffin with the mice. So why is this time very important, Leo? For whoever this is, there's an ending taking place with the coffin. The coffin talks about endings. The coffin talks about a transition in your life, right? An ending, right? But the good thing about an ending is that there's a new beginning. So this is what you're doing. I feel like you got this last week, the coffin. Somebody got the same thing last week, the coffin, but not with the mice. The mice, I feel like the coffin with the mice is saying like, there's something that you want to put to an end. There's something that you want to, like, basically, as you move through this transition, there is something you might want to leave behind. And at the same time, it could be a behavior, it could be a pattern of behavior that you do that you want to leave behind. It could be a person that you want to leave behind. It could be a career that you want to leave behind. Whatever it is that you want to leave behind, it's going to be hard to leave it behind with the mice. The mice talk about, honestly, with multiple mice here, I feel like it's not just one thing that is going to be in the way of this ending, right? Like there's an ending here that you want. There's something that you want to end. And then with the mice here, it's like, well, it's not going to be as easy as you think to end it. And what's interesting is at the bottom of the Lenormand, we have this lady, right? So this can talk about a love interest, right? Yeah. There's something that and then like at the bottom of the animal deck, you have the time for a beginner mindset. So there's something that you want to start, right? But before you start something, you have to put an end to something else, right? Like you can't just, it's kind of like, how do I explain this? You want to end, let's just say like you want to end a relationship. You can't start a relationship without ending the one that you're in, right? It doesn't work like that. Same thing if like a career. Like you have to end one career to start a new one, right? That's usually how it works. Like some people have 2 jobs, some people have 3 jobs. I was talking to someone about that the other day and they were like, yeah, I've had like 4 jobs before. I was like, how is that even possible to have 4 jobs? Like God bless everyone who can do 4 jobs. I've never been able to do like that in my life. But yeah, I guess we can do anything if we really are like forced to, but thank God I've never been forced to work like 4 jobs at once. Thank God, so for anybody who's working like 4 jobs, God bless you, I'll pray for you to keep you like strong, because I just feel like that takes a lot, that just takes a lot out of your body to work 4 jobs. I feel like just working 1 or 2 jobs takes out a lot of like energy. So I cannot even imagine 4. Anyway, we're getting off into a tangent, but that's probably what's happening right now, Leo. Like you have to put an end to something, right? And you go off on a tangent because I feel like it's hard to end things. It's hard to put an end to things. And I think you understand that, Leo. I think you're like, yeah, it is hard to end things. As much as you want a new beginning, as much as you want something to be happening in your life, it's hard to end things. And I think that's what this energy is, Leo. I think it's like, you have to put an end to something, but like it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do. This reminds me of Taurus's read. Taurus, it was hard for them to turn the wheel. And for you guys, I feel like it's hard for you guys to put the endings that you need to start these new beginnings. But maybe it's just a mentality thing, right? Because it's like, maybe it's coming from a scarcity mindset, right? Like the thought that if you ended this, it would be gone forever and you won't have, something in return. You won't have like what you want in return. I don't know where this is coming from, where you're like, like why is it so hard? I think it's just hard because there's other people involved in the situation and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Another thing is like you need courage and strength to make these endings happen. Again, it could just be like a behavior that you want to end because you want to start something new in your life and you have to end that behavior. But yeah, Leo, that's what I'm getting. It's like, it's not easy to put an ending to things, and that's what you're trying to like communicate to me. But what I'm getting with the Hummingbird Spirit is that with Be Here Now, I feel like that's kind of like, there's no better time than the present. You know what I mean? Like there's no better time. The more you delay something, I feel like the worse it gets. And I feel like that's also what the mice are saying. The more you delay what you need to end, the more I feel like mice come, right? It's kind of like when you leave food out, right? The more food you leave out, the more chance of mice there is. So I feel like they're telling you, like, the longer you leave what needs to be put to close, the more you leave it, the more entangled you're gonna get. So just, it's better to put you need sword energy right now, right? The sword is just a clear cut, right? That's what you need to enact right now. So it could be more of like taking in that masculine energy of like being very thorough and being very sure, and then just, cutting it. But yeah, Leo, that's what I'm getting. It's hard for you guys, it's hard to put these endings into place. Like you're having a hard time ending things. So let's see what this is about. It could be about another person, because we have, we have this lady at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the time for a beginner mindset. So let's see, Leo. Okay, so Leo, I feel like there's a person here. I've been getting this a lot for all the signs, a lot of like divorce energy, a lot of like breaking up energy. I don't think it's a bad thing, because look at the energy that you're sitting in. This is a crazy ass, like, I would say trifecta, but it's not 3, it's 4, right? So there's something that you don't have any love for, right? Like you're not in it anymore. You're not feeling passionate about it. It's not even about love at this point. It's just about where you want to be. And with this in reverse and the sun in reverse with the devil in between, it's like, I feel like you feel you have to be here. Like you have to stay here in this unhappy situation. It's like telling yourself that you have to stay here. Like you have no options. This is where you're going to be forever. But that's just devil energy. That's what you don't understand. Like the excessive thoughts of like, what would happen if you were to leave? What would happen if you were to make a move? Like that's what they're telling you to be here now. Because you're excessively thinking about the outcome of what would happen if you moved instead of just doing the movement, right? Which we all do. We all get caught up in like, well, what's going to happen if I do this? And what's the scenario if I do that? Honestly, Leo, you have the coffin here twice. You have the death, like this is putting an end to something, right? You have the coffin here twice. Your heart isn't here anymore. Like your heart doesn't belong where you have placed it. Like your heart is telling you otherwise. But your mind, I feel like, is telling you, no, you have to stay here. This is a decision you made. I feel like you're a type of person that doesn't like to go back on their word. You don't like to seem like a type of selfish individual. There's a lot of like, you don't want to seem selfish, you don't want to seem this, and you don't want to seem that. Leo, I understand the energy, because it's like, maybe you have a lot of people dependent on you, and I'm getting that with the child and the family room, right? You have a lot of people depending on you, and you have a lot of people that you just don't want to disappoint, and that's what this comes down to. It's like, if I were to move in the direction that I want to move in, I would be letting everyone down. But what I'm getting with this, Leo, is that I feel like there's actually people behind you. I feel like the people that you're like, well, they'd be mad at me, they'd be like upset with me for what I'm doing. I feel like they're actually gonna be on your side, Leo, because I feel like if you were to just explain to I don't feel like anyone needs an explanation for what it is that you want to do. But for some reason, you're very much concerned with like what your family's gonna think, and how it's going to seem selfish, and how it seems, you're not thinking of everyone's best interest. You're only thinking of yourself. And what I'm getting with this is like, you're supposed to be thinking about yourself. This is reminding me of like, when you're on the airplane, they tell you like, before you put on someone else's mask, you have to put your own on. Because like, what the hell are you going to do? How are you going to help everyone else on the plane if you're not breathing, right? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And that's what I feel like you need to understand here, Leo. You can't like help anyone else on the plane if your own mask is not on and you're not receiving any oxygen. It doesn't make any sense. And that's what they're telling you here with the scribe. The scribe is someone who is trying to like guide you from the spirit realm. You know, I feel like a guardian angel, an ancestor. And I feel like they're telling you it's okay to be in this King of Cup energy. It's okay to choose what you love to do, right? Let's just say it's like you want to change your career, but like changing your career would really affect people in your life because, you know, a lot of people are dependent on your income. Let's just say it's as simple as career. I feel like it has to do with a spouse because we have the courthouse here, but let's just say it has to do with career. The scribe is telling you to do what your heart is telling you to do. The scribe is not telling you, well, think about this person and that person and this person and how they're going to feel about it. No, look, they're telling you to think about yourself, right? Think about yourself. Again, this is like the airplane thing. You can't help and assist everyone else on the airplane if you don't have your own mask on. So they're telling you like, it's not even about being selfish. Like you're saying it's selfish. It's a selfish thing. This is selfish. That's what you're saying. Like, this is a selfish desire. This is a selfish need. But what I'm getting with this is like, it's a basic need. It's a necessity. It's like oxygen on the plane. Like, you're like, oh, well, if I don't help everyone else on the plane, they might, you know, pass out. But you're gonna for sure pass out. You know what I mean? If you don't help yourself first. And that's what they're trying to tell you with the scribe. Like, they're trying to tell you to stay away from the word selfish. I don't know how to explain it. Like maybe the word is selfish. Maybe helping yourself is selfish. Maybe that is the word. But they're telling you that that's what you should be doing right now. And I feel like that's what the hummingbird is telling you too. With Be Here Now, there's a lot about like, it's okay. It's like, stop leaving things for later. Because I feel like this is an ultimate, how do I explain this? This is going to happen. Whether it's in 5 years, it's in 10 years, or it's in 100 years, whatever. However you want to look at it, it's happening anyway. So you can end it now, right? Like you have the coffin here twice. You can end it now or you can continue, but it doesn't matter when you do it, it's going to end anyway. So you're just prolonging it. I don't know if you guys have seen Grace and Frankie on Netflix, but you know, in Grace and Frankie, it's about two couples, right? Whose husbands end up falling in love with each other, right? And they keep prolonging the fact that they tell everyone that they are gay and that like they, you know, fell in love with each other. So, you know, there's a lot of moments where they try to say it and they try to tell everybody, but then they keep prolonging it and prolonging it. But at the end of the day, they eventually end up getting divorced. Like it's an inevitable thing, right? They're just prolonging it. And the thing is that they prolong it to a point where it's like, these people are like 70, you know, and they're like divorcing now. They could have done it 20 years earlier. They could have had different types of lives, but they were scared, you know, like they were scared to do it. And there was a lot of reasons why they didn't do it. But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think the spirit realm is telling you like that this is okay. This is okay, Leo. It's okay, but you're stuck here. You're stuck here. Remember what I always say about the devil. The devil's going to try to confuse you. The devil is always trying to confuse you. The energy of the devil is, like, again, you're excessively thinking about the happiness that you could have, but you won't go towards it because, again, of yeah, look, your heart is here. I feel like you're ending some sort of commitment here because we have the courthouse. And I feel like the courthouse is for things that like are very official, right? It's an official thing and you want to make it official. The thing is here is like you're also neglecting your dreams here. Sometimes this is like dreams to me, but this could be like your dreams in the actual 3D. Like the things you want. That's what I'm saying. You're letting go of your dreams. You're letting go of your passions. You're letting go. Look at this energy. You're letting all of that go by the wayside for some reason. I think you're just afraid of what others might say. You're afraid of the reaction that you're going to get. You're afraid of how it's going to affect everyone else's lives. But again, I'm going to go back to my example. They're telling you, like, if you're on the plane, you have to be selfish in the fact that you have to put your mask on first. You can't help anyone else on the plane if your own mask is off. Right now, your mask is off and you're on the plane running around helping everybody and your mask is off. You're not getting any oxygen. That's what I'm getting with this. You have literally the toil and labor card twice. Right? So there's like, what's the word? There's like doubling of energy here. There's doubles in all these cards. That's what I'm getting. Like you have a double in the death card. You have the doubling of the toil and labor. You have a doubling of the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You have it coming out twice. What that means to me is that this is something that has been going on for too long with the doubling. Like the energy is like doubling at this point because it's something that you're prolonging. That's what I'm getting. Like you're prolonging it, and that's why the mice are here. Right? It's like the mice are already coming because the mice are it's been too long. Where it's like when you leave food for too long in your house, right? Like let's just say you leave something like, you know, a bag of rice, right? You forgot it was there. You left it there for like a year. What happens? It gets like bugs, right? The bugs get in. It's like old food. It's like stale food. Like you're supposed to, you haven't moved it, right? It's been there too long. Like Leo, you've been here for too long. And that's why the mice are accumulating. Because this process that was supposed to end, you haven't ended it yet. Well, be here now, I feel like they're just telling you, like, the longer that you last in prolonging it, the more mice come. Right? Mice are like grievances, right? I feel like for you guys, it's like an annoying thing. It's like, you know, and Grace and Frankie, they want to do the divorce on one day, and then, you know, they keep making excuses for why they can't do it, and then they have another excuse and another excuse and another excuse, and it just they keep getting more and more excuses. That's what I'm getting. The longer you wait, the more excuses you'll find, and then you'll never leave. And what's crazy to me is that whatever you're trying to leave, right, with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, this is like a relationship that you want to leave. You want to leave it so badly. Like, you want to leave it so badly. You keep putting work into it, though, even though this is not what you want. And what's crazy to me is, like, again, you're worried about what others will think. But what I'm getting with this is that I feel like your family is going to be okay. Like, again, with community card, you're worried about like what everyone else is going to say, how it's going to affect everyone's life. But what I get with this, with the mature man and the mature woman, is that I feel like your family will be behind you. Like, I feel like your family wants you to be happy at the end of the day. At least, like, I was wondering if this is like two parents who are against it or two parents who are going to help you. And what I'm getting with this is that I think your parents would actually be okay. Like, the people that you're worried or most concerned about, I feel like, are the mature woman and the mature man. I feel like that's parents. And you're mostly concerned with them and the community, right? There's like two people that you're worried about. It's either like the spouse's parents or your parents and the community. So again, like cousins, maybe, like everyone, like you're just concerned about what everyone's going to say. And I feel like it's interesting because I feel like they'd be behind you. Like, I think you think that they'd be against you, but I think they'd actually be behind you because I feel like it's your family at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't be I don't understand why they would be against you. Maybe they've been seeing you're unhappy for a long time. And there's a child here. So again, there could be a family here, like with the family room. Yeah, like you're just very concerned about all these people. But what I'm telling you, Leo, is like, again, when you're on the plane, you don't think of everyone else. You have to think of yourself first. I don't even think it's called being selfish. I think it's called like surviving, right? Because on the plane, if you don't have any oxygen, you're gonna fall. Like, you're not gonna make it. You're going back and forth with the Judgment and the Two of Swords. You're going back and forth. You don't know what you're gonna do because you're afraid of everyone else's reactions. And you're coming up here as the King of Fire in reverse twice. King of Fire in reverse here. King of Fire in reverse here. I feel like they're telling you you can stay in this cycle longer than you need to, but you don't have to. It's up to you. Like, there's an opportunity now to end things. I feel like it's every day there's an opportunity to put an end to things if you don't want them. Every day there's a chance to, like, every day is a clean slate to fix what you need to fix and to do what you need to do. And with the Two of Pentacles coming up in reverse twice, this is the thing. It's like, it's not the first time you've thought about it. It's not the second time you've thought about it. With the doubling of energy, it's like, this is the, I don't know, upteenth time that you've thought about it and you haven't done it. You're not showing loyalty to yourself. You're not showing loyalty to yourself, Leo. which is sad because it's like, just as much as, like, think about how much you rely on your body to like breathe, right? And to do these involuntary things. And you think about think about all the things that your body does to you. And now you're just being disloyal to your own heart. You're being disloyal to your own like body. You're being disloyal to like the thing that actually gets you out of bed, the body that like moves you, the heart, the soul. Like you're being disloyal to all those parts of yourself. And it's interesting because it's like, all your body does is serve you, but you're being so disloyal to it. Like you don't want the truth to come out. You're living in a life that's like you're not really passionate about, and you're just not even being loyal to yourself at this time with all this masculine energy in reverse. You're just not being loyal to yourself. Maybe you're just like not able, or like it's like you're not able to even forgive yourself for changing your own mind. It's like you're not even like able to let yourself grow. You're keeping yourself, you know, when you have a plant and it outgrows the box, you're like mad that the plant outgrew the box. You're like, why did you grow? You're like, why did you grow out of that? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a puppy who like outgrows a sweater. You're like, why did you outgrow that? Like, why did you grow? And it's like, well, that is literally what we're supposed to be doing, right? Like, you know that a puppy is not gonna stay a puppy forever. Like, it seems a little bit crazy, right? And that's exactly what I feel like is happening. So Leo, like, it's a little bit crazy to expect that you're gonna want the same things forever, or that the place you were in 2 years ago is the same place you are now. I'm getting 2 a lot, doubling, and like 2. So it's just crazy for me to think that you think that you're not going to outgrow it. And you're going back and forth a lot. Leo, it's time to cut it off. You don't want to, though, with the King of Swords. Like, you don't want to be the one to cut it off. You're like waiting for things to like dissolve itself. You're like, well, maybe it'll happen eventually. I don't think it will. I think you have to be the one. I think this is a test for you, Leo. It's like to be loyal to yourself. That's it. Yeah, 4 of Wands in reverse. You just want to end this. I don't even know. And look who you have at the end. Again, another doubling. You have the Mother twice, the Empress twice. You might have met this person when you were working because you have occupation. So maybe you met this person at school, or you met this person in a job. But I think this is the person that we kept getting. Look, we have a person here as well, like at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. And then you have a person here, main female, with the Empress. This is, I feel like, the person, you might have met them at work, you might have met them at the job, and you feel, I don't know, this is the person that you feel wealthy with them. That's interesting. Like, I feel like you feel some sort of way around this person. Like, they make you feel wealthy. They make you feel abundant. They make you feel all the things that you want to feel. Yeah, and main female. I think this is the same person. Yeah, this is the person that makes you feel wealthy. I mean, wealthy, again, I just feel like it's abundance. Again, it makes you feel the sun. They make you feel like the King of Cups. You know, they make you feel all these things. And now that you know what that feels like, I feel like whatever you're involved in, you can't kind of live in anymore because you know what this feels like. I feel like this is how you feel around this person. So yeah, Leo, it's time. Like, I don't know how many other times to say it, but it's time. Like, you can't keep living like this. Again, you can keep living like this and live like this for another 20 years, live like this for another 10 years. The longer you prolong it, you keep saying it, you're going to put it off another month. That's what I keep getting. Someone who's like, I'm going to put it off another month. I'm going to put it off another month because, like, oh, someone's birthday's this month, and oh, then my birthday's coming up, and then oh. And honestly, I feel like the people you're around are like people who like plan things. So like, oh, we're gonna do this in a month, and like instead of you being like, nah, you know what, let's like this is the time to do it, like let me just break it off now because these people are making plans for like a year later, and I don't want to be around a year. You're like, okay, I'll do it in a year after that plan takes place. Like, do you know how long you're gonna be stuck like that? I just want to see what your family is gonna say. Like, are they against this, or are they gonna be, I feel like they're gonna be supportive towards you, but you feel like they're not gonna be. Honestly, what I'm getting with the Knight of Coins in reverse and the Two of Cups is like, I think they just want you to be happy. Like, maybe at first they're going to be surprised by what you choose, but I just feel like at the end of the day, they want you to be with the true person that you feel is Two of Cups with, like the true soulmate. And if you have to take an offer away from someone, if you have to go away from someone else, like, again, they might not understand it, but I don't think they're going to like hate you for it. Again, another doubling with the Two of Cups and the Two of Cups. Leo, it's time. Like, oh my God. It's like the doubling energy is getting me crazy because it's just like, it's time. I think you're just waiting around. Again, I'm going to say the same example. You're waiting around for things to like line up perfectly for when this is going to happen and for when this could happen, like take place, and like, oh, well, you know, I'll do it then. And this, there's no perfect time. I'll tell you right now, there's never going to be a perfect time to do this. It's never a perfect time to say to somebody like, I don't want to be here. It's not a perfect time ever, but it just is what it is. The more you wait, the longer, like with strength in reverse and justice in reverse, this is like you're prolonging the inevitable, and it's just unfair to everyone involved. Look, if you were to do it now with the Eight of Wands, this is like a right now energy, right? Again, be here now. If you did this now, you're stepping into the Emperor energy, and look who you're a true pair to. Yeah, the Two of Wands, and then you're setting out in Page of Wands energy. Yeah, Leo. It's never the right time, but it's like now would be the best time. Again, like the more you prolong something, the longer you're gonna get stuck in this shit. There's a lot of things with Rabia that I'm getting. The Queen of Saintly Women. I'm in the service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Okay, the first thing I'm getting, I move the way love asks me to move. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to move in the way that love is asking you to move. That's what they're literally telling you with the Scribe and the King of Cups. Move in the way that love is asking you to move. I'm literally, might make that the title. Move in the way that love is asking you to move. That's what the Scribe has been saying this whole time. The devil is trying to confuse you, right? The longer you stay, the more mice accumulate. Okay, we went through that. Now, another thing I'm getting with her is like, it says here, are my current actions motivated by love? So what I'm getting with this is that your current actions are not motivated by love at all. Your current actions are motivated by obligation, duty, stress, again, a lot of other shit that has nothing to do with love. All your moves right now are not being motivated by love. Your moves right now are being motivated by other people and the thought of what other people might think. Leo, move in the way, I move the way love asks me to move. Are your current actions motivated by love? You might think it's love to try to prolong this as long as you can because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but that's not love. That's just fear. You need to get that. Like, that's not love, that's fear. That's the fear of what others might say. That's the fear of what others are going to do. That's the fear of how others are going to react. That's not love, that's fear. And then the last thing I got was like, loving without expectations is a profound spiritual practice. So again, I think you're concerned with these people here in community and everyone that you know, the expectations they have from you. But love is not an expectation. Love is supposed to be without expectations, right? So if these people truly love you, if they're really like, again, I get with the mature woman and mature man that could be your parents. You're afraid because again, you have expectations. But what I'm getting and what I feel like the card is saying is that it doesn't matter like what you choose. Love is supposed to be without expectations. Like they expect a lot from you, but that doesn't mean that like if you were to choose another person or you were to choose a different, like another life, that they wouldn't love you. Do you know what I'm saying? And if they didn't love you because you chose something that you wanted and that your heart desired, then they don't really love you, because to love is to be without expectations of a person. Leo, I believe in you and I know that you can like help yourself here. Let me pull an animal. Yeah. This is exactly what I was saying. Be loyal to what you love. Dog Spirit 10. If you're loyal to what you love, you end the cycle. You have it in reverse. So you're not being loyal to yourself. You're not being loyal to what you love. And I'll be honest, like, someone else will be loyal to this person, right? You're not showing any loyalty to them, but you can't do that because you're not showing any loyalty to yourself. Okay, let's read the protection messages because this is in reverse. Loyalty to people and situations can turn into attachment that results in stagnation, enmeshment, and a loss of integrity. Do you fear what will happen if you let a relationship evolve? Are you afraid that asking for a situation to change will make others see you as disloyal? Trust that when Dog Spirit appears, you are meant to accept the turning of the wheel of life and the changing of fortunes. If you feel you're being betrayed or growing apart from someone, let Dog Spirit reconnect you with your commitment to love in all its forms. Perhaps a relationship is meant to evolve. Perhaps you are meant to evolve too, so that you can experience the growth for which your soul yearns. Your greatest loyalty is to love. So be open to all its many guises, including self-love. You deserve the best, and that is what Spirit wants for you. So yeah, Leo, I love you guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.